Swiss cowbells all over the grandstand for the head-to-head in the men's pairs. Switzerland and Great Britain, lanes 2 and 3, but a Turkish pair, Selçuk and Bieber, sure to figure in the race for the medals. There's the boats. 2 athletes, one with a little rudder attached to their foot. Make sure the boat goes down the centre of the lane. And Switzerland and Turkey, the 2 semi-final winners.
Yeah, those 2 crews in the centre lanes, but also that pair from Great Britain, one to watch.
Yeah, definitely. So there are the Norwegians, Axel Vogland and Einar Bjorvik. Bjorvik on the left of your picture. Fantastic, incredible finish. These 2 lads didn't have the best first heat, but they were better in the semi-final. Thought they might go through to beat the Swiss, but they got themselves together on the second half. And these 2 lads, they've been friends since they were 2 years old. Cedric Critchley and his partner Nick Chambers, an Australian dad, Bill, who's here watching.
Yeah, here we have the combination of Bieber and Selçuk from Turkey, also a quality pair. And right beside them we have Vincent Kuhn and Leonardo Rosenquist from Germany. And I'm also very excited to see what this young combination from Greece is able to muster here in the A final. 2 18-year-olds.
Yeah, Chatia Vukastidis in the stroke seats from the Thessalonica Nautical Club. And he's got the blue cap on, you can see just adjusted it there.
And his bowman, Andreas Burkas, there, making sure that bow ball is pointing straight towards the finish. Crews haven't been called to attention just yet.
I mean, this could go any way, really. Britain could win, the Swiss could win, the Turks could win, and then if the Norwegians get a decent middle part of the race, they could be there for the sprint finish. Who'd bet against the Norwegians if they're in contact? And then Germany and Greece will be in the debate too as we go down the course.
Switzerland, Turkey, Germany, Greece. Attention.
Off we go. Quick second and third stroke from the crew from Turkey, really going for it. But look here on the lowest lane here from Greece. A great showing from that young pair of Burkas and Chacha Gustidis. They were quick off the blocks, but yeah, one of the other center lanes here. No surprise to see Switzerland and Turkey going for it as we ride with the pair from Great Britain, already checking to their left to see where the Swiss and the Turkish pairs are.
2 Princeton Tigers, they did really well at the Henley Regatta, making the final. Lost in the final to the Dutch pair, the Rinks brothers.
Look at the gap, the combination of Selçuk and Bieber at the moment. We're just 250 meters gone, and they're already, well, nearly a length margin ahead of Switzerland. Germany doing quite well here. Kuhn and Rosenquist, they are just half a length down, but what a flying start by Turkey.
Yeah, and if you looked at what they did in the heat, they went through the first quarter in 1:33. The Swiss, who won the other heat, went through in 1:35. So I guess this isn't a surprise. And the other crews will know, look, we're going to come back to this Turkish combination.
Yeah, and for these athletes, you know this is the race plan from the pair from Turkey. If you would be in that Swiss crew, Martin, how do you keep your cool in that first 500 meters? Not panicking as you see the crew from Turkey depart.
Well, the Swiss had a 1:35, 1:38, so they had a 3-second fade. The Turks did a 1:33 and 1:39, so they had a 6-second fade. So the Swiss are going to be saying, look, we expect to see the Turkish stern come into our vision. At the moment, the Turks have that lead. To me, the Turks look to be rowing really long. I like the way they're moving. They're the fastest boat on the course. By long, I mean they're getting round the riggers at the front of the stroke team. And they just look really loose and really relaxed. And they're putting distance on the Swiss. The Germans, what do you think about them?
Yeah, the Germans also look really strong and powerful. I would have not expected them to feature so heavily in this first half of this race, but you can already see the grimace here on the face of Enes Bieber, the stroke man of that Turkish pair. And I think the Germans now starting to feel the strain a bit, whereas Switzerland really coming into their own, and I think they're just about to re-establish contact with that Turkish stern.
Yeah. Swiss are coming back into it. They're tracked by Great Britain to their left, you can see, well ahead of the Norwegians. So there's the German combination. And in the stroke seat, Leonardo Rosenqvist. His hero are the Kiwi pair, those New Zealanders who won that fantastic 2 gold medals. Started rowing 11 years ago in Hamburg. It is Turkey through the 1,000, 2 seconds behind to Switzerland and Germany, a further 3.5 seconds back to the British. They will still, the British will be pleased thinking, oh, we're quite close to the Swiss. That's good, but the Turks have taken a flyer.
Yeah, they've gone again. The Swiss bubble was getting closer and closer as we see them here, the Nicholas Chambers and Cedric Critchley, of course, racing together. They're from the same club in Switzerland, so they know each other so well.
Yeah, and of course coached by Michel Darville, the Canadian who took the Dutch to gold in Paris and the Canadian women's 8 to gold in Tokyo.
Yeah, so that's a great bit of experience to have, and she will put everything in this crew. But yeah, at the moment though, look at the crew from Great Britain, Martin. They are getting closer to the front of this race.
Yeah, I talked to their coach Pete Shepherd, who runs the under-23 programme for the British team. He said, look, you know, if you look at the times, there are 5 crews that could win this. I think he included the Norwegians. The Norwegians on the top of your picture are going to come back. But there's the Turks. These guys, they're so fascinating. They're from 2 different clubs, Fenerbahce and Galatasaray, 2 rival clubs. Never the 2 shall meet. But these guys, they won the junior pair in Paris. They're in the pair now. They didn't row in Erdina at the under-23s last year in the same crew. I thought this combination was over. But here they are again, Clearwater lead going into the last quarter.
Yeah, they've given themselves a fantastic position here. More than 2.5 seconds ahead of the Swiss, who are in silver medal position. But look at that German bow ball.
Yeah, the German bow ball's there, but the British are coming, the Swiss are coming. The Swiss really, well, the British got through the Swiss at this part of the race yesterday in the semi-final, and then the Swiss just charged past the British in the last 10 strokes. The Turks still have a Clearwater lead. The Germans aren't out of it. I think even the Norwegian heroics aren't going to get them into a medal. The white boat on the top of your picture.
Yeah, but the Swiss reacting, but the highest boat speed is with Great Britain, and they are pushing into that silver medal position. The Turks are not fading just yet, Martin. They're still clinging in there for the gold medal, and here go the Swiss. They go once more. The Swiss take it up to 40 strokes a minute, and look at the Germans also finding a bit more speed in the closing stages.
Yeah, so the field is coming back to the Turks, but they're in the red buoys now. It's going to take a lot for these crews to get through the Turks. The Germans, though, they haven't read the script. Vincent Kuhn in the bows is calling, and the Germans are charging, the Swiss are charging. I think they might have the measure of the British in the last 10 strokes.
Yeah, it's going to be oh so close. The Turkish pair is still clinging on to the medal, the gold medal here, and look at the Germans. But Turkey will take the gold medal, but it's too close to call, Martin. 3 abreast for the minor medals.
3 abreast for the minor medals. I'd call that Britain, Switzerland and Germany a little bit out of it, but I do not know. Turkey have found out. They have won the gold medal, a second gold medal for Turkey. These boys are used to winning gold medals. They won it in 2023 when the juniors were in Paris. But Britain 4th, I got that completely wrong. So the times are saying that Germany got the silver, Switzerland took the bronze, and Britain rode out of a medal, Tim.
I'm stunned. I'm lost for words, Mike, because I thought Great Britain was in there for the medals, but
we don't have a bubble line here. We can't tell what the finish is. We don't have a line on the screen. I kind of think it makes it more exciting. There's the judge's verdict.
yeah. So Turkey take the gold medal ahead of the crew from Germany. A fantastic race by Kuhn and Rosenqvist. And then bronze goes to Switzerland, who narrowly kept the British at bay for that bronze medal.
So the crowd enjoyed that sensational finish. They obviously aren't sure of who the medalists are until the results flash up on the screen. And so exciting to see that contest in the men's pairs.